surfer turns and
carve grab turns. So when we start carving, we're following the same path. Our front foot follows the same path as our back foot. And I've given some drills like the circle drill to help you start carving. But now we're moving on L2 rider and we're getting up to L3 ripper. We want to do carve turns while we're grabbing our board. Now, really the only couple grabs that you can do the whole time on toe and heel, switching edges without smashing your fingers, is either a nose or a tail grab. So we can start out by just doing some turns. Doesn't necessarily have to be carving yet, but try to make some turns while you're trying to grab your board. So reach down, try to grab your tail, try to grab your nose, try to grab your toe side edge, your heel side edge. But you'll know that if you're making turns, you can only do your nose or your tail. So after you're getting a little bit more flexible there, I know that yoga really helps out. If you're not being able to flex down and grab your board, maybe get out and do some stretching and do some yoga before you're attempting to do these grabs. The big key is being flexible. You need to be able to reach down and grab your board. Take a run and do some turns where you're grabbing your board. That's the first thing you want to do. Take a run and try to make turns while you're grabbing your board. Your next run, you're just gonna go out and rip carves. Just go out carving. Or you're just ripping carving, doing as much carving as you can. So take a few runs, and then your third run, really try to lock in and grab your edge. I found that most people like to grab their toe side edge as they're making a heel side turn. It's a little bit easier because of the flexibility. When I'm doing a toe side turn, I have to really reach around and grab that heel side edge. It's a little bit more difficult. And it really looks like you're surfing. You can get your front hand down, touch the snow. After you've started doing turns while you're grabbing your board, start carving and then build into that. So the first step is make turns while grabbing your board. And then take a run where you're just completely carving and then start to bring that back in so you're making carves while you grab your board. If you watch surfing, you'll see surfers, they really lock into their wave and they grab their board and that really locks in their edge and their scag and they can really ride that wall. So the same thing with snowboarding. If we can lock in our edge, we're just grabbing and we're more solid and we can really rip a nice rail. We can really edge our board. We can carve a lot deeper into the snow. It's really fun to do it when there's a lot of corduroy and it's perfect conditions. Usually in the morning, that's when you're going to get that like nice, stiffer, firm snow. And then as it heats up throughout the day, it gets a little softer, you'll make even bigger trenches. So why do we do these carve grab turns? It makes us really flexible and that helps us get around the mountain more efficiently. Also, when you start to get into more freestyle, you're reaching down and grabbing your board anyway. So if you want to start getting air and going into the park, if you can grab your board while you're on the snow, you don't have to have that extra danger of being in the air and not being able to grab your board. So it helps progress you into the park. A lot of the times when people are learning to carve, they skid a little bit. There's a skid, there's not a fine line. So grabbing your board really locks you in and holds that edge and you really carve. Once you're locked in, you're holding your edge, you're not going to skid. So it helps with your flexibility, it helps with your carving, and it helps with your freestyling. So go out there and do some grab carves
and surfer turns.
This is just one of the many snowboard tutorials that we have. Sign up for the full course at flowingfreeride.com. Like, subscribe, and comment.